I'm Jeremy Gray, and this is Inside IU Softball with Coach Michelle Gardner. And Coach, before we talk about what transpired in the fall and preview what's going to happen in the spring, some new additions on your staff.
Yes, actually Becky Marks-Keogh, who was an assistant at Michigan, caught in the World Series when Michigan won the World Series, and just a great addition to the staff. She brings, she's enthusiastic, has a lot of great ideas, and I'm thrilled because I wanted someone who had literally played in the World Series, but so not only did I get someone who played in it, who won it, so I think she's a huge addition to our staff.
Well, and she's somebody as well who can help out with pitchers. That has been one of your primary responsibilities since you took over as head coach. It's got to be nice to have a little help there.
Well, absolutely. I wanted someone in the bullpen. I can do the intricates, the pitches, those kinds of things, but I want someone to be able to run a bullpen so that I can be more available to the other parts of the game. Because this past season I thought it was very difficult to be in the bullpen all the time and not really be hands-on. And I'm more hands-on.
Sophomore Jenna Abraham had a great campaign last year, and she looks to be one of your leaders on the field this year.
Oh, absolutely. I think for Jenna, the biggest thing is staying healthy, because we all know what she can do offensively. And, at the end of last season, I felt like really defensively she was very strong, made some, great plays to help us win some ball games. And, now she's a sophomore, and we all expect bigger things, but I think health, she's had a few nagging things, and we just got to be able to get through those and hopefully get as much, if not more, this season.
Cycling in a whole bunch of new pitchers, it's got to be great to have Cassie with all that experience behind the plate.
Well, and Cassie's been a workhorse for me. I think that there are parts of her game that are only going to get better this year, because not only is she a fifth-year senior, she's also, we've got another catcher to kind of take off some of the stress, because at this level I think it's difficult to catch 60 ball games and be always on your best game. I think Cassie's hitting's improving because she's not going to be as beat up maybe. So looking in that, plus she's a leader. She was a leader for us last year, and I expect her to be a leader again this year.
Looking at the team, pitching-wise, you got a lot to replace. Morgan Mello, one of the best pitchers, if not the best pitcher in the history of the school. Sarah Olsen, who was a stalwart in the circle as well for your team. Talk about who's going to kind of pick up the slack there.
Well, I think both of those two are very difficult to replace. Obviously, Sarah's just being in the program for so long, I feel like she was kind of my mainstay girl, and so it's different to actually not have her on the field every day. But the lucky thing for me is I still have her because she's a fifth-year senior, so she's working with the program, which is great. And then obviously Morgan, I don't know how you can't replace Morgan. Morgan's special, she has special things. So in my recruiting process and the things I was doing, it's trying to get people who come in here and can do a job that maybe at some point in their career they are going to be at the level Morgan has been at. And in saying that, Megan Murphy was a pitcher last year who didn't see much work, obviously because of Morgan coming into the program. But Megan's come around; she's doing a great job, learning some things and learning a lot from Morgan, because Morgan is a fifth year, and we are very blessed to still have her in the program. So she's learning things here and there and doing things and stepping up in certain areas. But then we also have the addition of Laura Olsen. So now I have another Olsen. And Lo she's special. She's got some great tools, tremendous work ethic. She also, did some really great things this past summer, winning the Colorado tournament, which is one of the biggest tournaments in the country, and also I think they came in third at Premier Nationals, which is the highest level you can possibly play. So she's been at this, in one respect, been at this level. The other respect, she's still a freshman, and some things are new, but just a pleasure to work with, and I'm excited to get her on the mound. And then we also have another pitcher in, Miranda Tomeo from California, and she's played at the highest levels, and she's going to do some good things for us.
Looking at junior Brianna Saucedo, she's a player who does a lot of things for your team. She gets it done at the plate. She's dangerous on the base paths and very good defensively.
And Bree and I have spent a lot of time talking just about what our expectations are. And Bree's someone who I personally think she could fall out of bed and play softball, but just talking to her about working on her game and the little things that can make her better, because she's phenomenal, but what is it that can make you better? Because there's always something, and I think she's been working real hard on that. And I think you know, for her and I, one of the biggest things is get on base and we got to run. And, you know, hopefully the rest of it will take care of itself.
Looking at all the sports here at Indiana, I kind of feel like it might be the year of the freshmen. Trey Roberson in football, Cody Zeller in basketball. A lot of people excited about some newcomers for the soccer program. Shannon Colley got some work at third base, freshman. You're excited with what you've seen so far?
Oh, absolutely. I think Shannon's a kid who she's going to be a leader right off the bat. She doesn't really take too much crap from anybody, and, you know, she's just going to step up and get her job done, and you always know what you're going to get with her. I mean, she's going to work hard. She's going to do the things you need her to do. And, you know, consistency is, to me, one of the things that freshmen struggle with sometimes. But Shannon's pretty solid and been in some pretty big games to understand just to be.
Bri Meyer, what did you see out of her in the fall?
Well, Bri is very talented. I knew that coming in. I think she's going to do a lot of really great things for us here. And she's going to be solid all the way around. Great defensively, made some nice plays, and, you know, at the plate she competes, and that's what we've needed. You know, I think no matter how you look at it, each year we've gotten better, and she just continues that path. We're getting better every year, and she's a kid who helps us to the next level.
Last year, your team was ranked top 25 in the country. You went to the NCAA tournament. You contended for a Big Ten championship. Do you feel that it has changed the culture and attitude of the program going forward, that these are kids who want to win, expect to win, and have won before?
I think that is exactly where we are right now. I think, obviously, expectations go up when you get as far as we did last year, and, you know, you can't take anything away from Morgan because she's special, and I think a lot of our success really was on her arm, but we still had to do some things around her to win ball games. And so I felt like we were making strides, and now I think we're positioned where we want to be. And to be real honest, I was planning on being better last year and then a lot better this year anyway. So Morgan was kind of a jump start. And yes, it does change the culture. And yes, these kids want to win, and they're going to do the extra and go, you know, the extra mile just to be successful. And I think this group of young ladies that we have together right now all know what it's like to win now. And even my freshmen, because they've all been in programs where they have won. And now that's the direction that's what they expect. And I think that is a part of a culture that can sometimes be difficult to change. Sometimes take some time, but once you get there, it's kind of like, okay, here we go. And I think that's kind of where this group is. They're working hard, they're excited every day to come out, and that's all.
Team Gardner, what did your kids dress up for for Halloween, and did you loot late night any of their candy haul?
Hey now, I'm not looting. I always buy extra just in
case. It's a tax. They got to pay to play.
There you go. I had a Cardinal who had a lot of fun being a Cardinal. Because, of course, they
didn't dress up as a bird, dressed up as a World Series champion.
As a World Series champion, yes. Lucas was a World Series champion. And then I had a Rapunzel.
Very nice.
Yes, who had to be in purple with long hair. And then I had Ariel. So Ariel was the key.
So it was big for Disney. Two costumes.
We are a Disney house.
All right.